It looks like we're live. You think we could fix? Yeah, let's fix this. That works because we're gonna go live in just a few minutes. Thanks, Ariel. Uh, all right. It looks like we are live on majority of our platforms. We're waiting for a Rumble. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. And we got a lot of news to cover for you guys today. And first of all, hello, everybody. Welcome to the MetsXM FanZone Live Podcast, home of your everything New York Mets. So we got a lot of ground to cover in today's live stream. If you are new, I am Anthony. I am a ghostwriter for MLB. I am a writer for the ghostwriter for the New York Mets. What happened? Why did my stream go down? Oh, never mind. I am a ghostwriter for the New York Mets and also a writer for MLB. And if you guys don't know who I am, but however, we're here on the MetsXM FanZone Live Podcast. Now, if you are new, share, like, subscribe, and we're here to give you all of your New York Mets news live right here on the MetsXM FanZone Live Podcast. Also, if you guys are looking to get a live stream of your New York Mets this year, now I wanted to cover a little bit on this because now we are getting reports that DirecTV is now officially going out of SNY Network. We did hear that it was going to happen as of the next couple of days. I'm sorry, not next couple of days. It'll happen probably by the end of this month. They are completely going away with it. So people are going to start looking for an alternative to see games. And, a lot of people go to online to see games, when you can't get them. But we are now giving you guys the ultimate destination for your Mets live streams. And going to MetsXMFanZone.org is definitely the place to be. We are ranked number one on Google. We were ranked an award winning for the best boosted up sports streaming platform on Google last year, in 2024. It was a awesome year. We had well over 500,000 members of our platform, which was great. We were very successful last year. We worked really hard, tirelessly. My team and myself and all of our sponsors and all of our people that wanted to contribute with us. So want to thank all of you guys for the biggest proud and support on our platform. So I'd like to give a big shout out to all of you guys. It was super awesome to have that happen. Now, if you guys are going to go to the streams, there's no advertisements. There's no pop-ups. You don't have to look for crazy amount of streams. You're not going to get any blackouts. This year is going to be a flawless year. Last year was great, but I think this year is going to be even better for you guys because going onto our platform, you could download it on your phone, which is super awesome. I have to show you guys this. You could download I think it's a Google extension. You could download the Google extensions. We're now getting some buzz because we're actually getting people that I was just listening to a podcast the other day, and this podcast gave us a big shout out. I think that was super awesome. They talked the whole stream about our platform, and we didn't ask for anything. We asked for nobody for them to shut us out, but I thought that was completely awesome. If you guys would like to listen to that episode, it will be on the website by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. We're going to give you guys the dates. So the latest dates for... So we're going to give you the latest dates for spring training. Now, if you want to get spring training on our website, it's absolutely free. You get free 30. You get 30 games absolutely for free on your sign up. Once you sign up to a membership, you get spring training absolutely risk free. So you don't have to worry about annoying, looking for a feed and have to find something. You want to find something very, very reliable. MetsXMFanZone.org is definitely this here's the website. You could bloom it up. You guys could check it out. You guys can literally check it out for yourself. You could see all of our social media platforms, all the latest articles, and then the latest streams. You could just click on the stream, and voila! Look at that. And this is SNY. And then when you go to a drop-down menu, which is completely awesome, then you got MLB. And here is an MLB footage. So, you guys definitely have to go and check it out. So, again, it's called MetsXMFanZone.org. We'll do a full screenshot of the stream before the season starts. We'll have it uploaded. So if you want to go to our YouTube page, you guys could go to MetsXMFanZone on YouTube. You can just type it in. Or the links will be in our show notes. So you'll be able to see all of our all of our videos on all the social media platforms. So it'll pop up. So if you guys would like to check that out, please feel free to do so. We have tutorials on the site if anybody needs help with anything. So it is available to you on all of our social media platforms. And plus, it is $12.99 a month. It's $12.99 a month, and you get unlimited access. You get no advertisers or TV providers, and you get completely every Mets game, no matter from what platform it's on. If it's on Apple TV, if it's on Amazon TV, no matter where it is, you'll get it no matter what. So once you pop onto the platform, we give you push notifications, email notifications, also SMS notifications when games go live. So when they go live, it will get pushed to your devices, and you'll be able to get full access. And plus, also, you get VPN secured live streams, so no one's going in there try to hack your shit, try to hack into the website or hack into your account. It is completely VPN secured website. So let's go into today's news. So we got a lot of ground to cover. We got a lot of Mets. We got a lot of Pete Alonso news. A lot of Pete Alonso chatter. And then, of course, the New York Mets signed today at 3:30. It is AJ Winter. I'm sorry, AJ. AJ Minter from the Atlanta Braves. Now, I really thought that was a really interesting move, to say the least, because what you're getting out of this guy. He's 5-4 in the regular season up last year. He had a 2.62 ERA. Innings pitched, he had 34 innings pitched. He struck out 35. He's a bullpen guy, which I like, because, the Mets haven't really gone out and really got a good bullpen piece. So I think this is a really good alternative to anybody that the Mets weren't looking to get. So, we do have chatter on Tanner Scott. I know a lot of you guys are asking what's going on with Tanner Scott. Will the Mets bring him in? He is a consideration. The Mets are chatting with Tanner Scott. They are very interested in bringing him into the club. So as of what we know with right now, that Tanner Scott could very well be coming to the Mets as well. It's just a matter of what the logistics of this deal would look like. So we are hearing that Tanner Scott could be a possible New York Mets match. Now let's move on to some Pete Alonso news, because I know a lot of our members always ask, what's going on with Pete Alonso? We got a lot of, critical fans. We get a lot of positive fans. We get a lot of negative fans. But a lot of the positive fans go, we love Pete. We want to keep Pete. What's the holdup? What's going on with Pete? Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? The Mets really would like to move on from him. I think this is a big, move for Mets. If they really would like to move on to maybe putting Mark Vientos at first base. But as of right now, and the news being circulated, and I talked with the front office on this. I talked with Andy Green, and which I know, and he was saying that the New York Mets want to move on with Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso was offered a 3-year at 60. Then he was offered at 93. Then he was offered at 70. So, there were a lot of offers being put on the table. Pete Alonso declined a lot of these offers. But as of what we know right now, that Pete Alonso could be going to the Toronto Blue Jays. That's from where it stands at this moment in time, in the past hour or so, that the Mets are close. Toronto is really close to narrowing a deal to bring Pete Alonso to Toronto. So that's kind of where we're hearing in regards with a big move on Pete. But the Mets really would like to bring in Vlad Jr. Now, the Mets are smart. The Mets are not going to make any trades here for Vlad Jr. But from what we are hearing, that Toronto wants to make draft picks and minor league moves on this deal to bring him over to the New York Mets. He doesn't want to go to the Yankees. He's been very vocal on him not going to the Yankees, but he's very vocal on going to the New York Mets. So, the Mets are offering and trying to make a deal proposal to Toronto. We are hearing that Brett Beatty might be in this mix. We still are uncertain of what this logistic deal will look like. If he's going to stay, is he going to go? What's the projection with that? But I will say that from what we are hearing and from what we know and the developments that are being popping in, because I have the transcript right here. This is the transcript as of 2:30 this afternoon. Stated here from the New York Mets. This is from the New York Mets, that the vision and future of Pete Alonso is completely uncertain. Mr. Alonso is unhappy and unwilling to a circulated deal between 3 or more years. The Scott Boras camp will like to engage with Pete Alonso for more years and a larger sum of money. However, that Pete Alonso is unwilling to re-sign with Mets as of this moment in time. And then it was stated underneath down below, just not say certain topics. So we're not going to talk on the certain topics. But from the updated and negotiation process is still being unnotified. So, and this is from a translation of today's press release. So this is what we know as of right now. And Is Pete going to stay? Obviously, now Pete is just unwilling to remain a New York Met because of what the Mets want to do. David Stern doesn't feel that he's a future here. I'm not going to say that David Stern don't like him. I don't see that being projected. But what I do see projected is Pete Alonso just unhappy. He wanted more money. His value dipped a lot. He should have taken the deal that he should have taken. He ended up not taking it. It hurted his chance of staying here. So that's on Pete's fault. Pete messed up. But I mean, as of this moment in time, Pete Alonso will not remain a New York Met. So we do know that. I do know this. I've heard it. I talked with a lot of people in the farm system and a lot of people in the Mets upper office on this, which we are allowed to because we are press as of this time. So we will know more. We'll keep everybody updated and informed on this. And that's of the developments that we know right now, that Pete Alonso will not remain in New York Met. He will be going to the Toronto Blue Jays. I don't know when the Blue Jays are going to make this official, but we do know that he will be going to Toronto. So that's just an unsaid, uncanny moment right now that he's going to end up going to Toronto. So I think that Mark Vientos is going to go to first base. I think the Mets are planning on maybe picking up Bregman. That's kind of where we're hearing as a third baseman for right now. But the Mets are really ramping up that bullpen. Going with this new guy, AJ Minter. I think AJ Minter is a good, solid move for the Mets. I've talked with most of you guys on our social media platforms, and you guys are saying the same thing. But could this be a moment that this bullpen is starting to really, juice up? Should the Mets go out and re-sign Stanek? Are they going to go and maybe re-sign Sean Reed-Foley? I think Sean Reed-Foley would make a really good addition to what we have right now. But, I mean, I think with the issue with Sean Reed-Foley, he has talent. I'm not saying that he doesn't. But I think that the guys that are in there right now could really make a big difference for Sean Reed-Foley because he can bounce back, in and out of that, back into that rotation. But I do think that the biggest highlight of that bullpen is Edwin Diaz. Edwin Diaz is a very good pitcher. However, the years that he's been with us, he's been up and down, up and down. I want to see him shine this year. I want to see a lot of, I think he was gassed a lot. I think they tried to, push the limit out of him a little bit too much. But, I mean, he needs the guy that needs to really rise and shine. So that's a big improvement going out of Diaz in this moment of time. Now, let's talk about the re-signs. Biggest re-sign that the New York Mets picked up yesterday was Jesse Winker. Now, I did say that Jesse Winker was going to be re-signed with the New York Mets. To what deal? We wasn't uncertain to what he was going to get logistically. But, I mean, I think that was a good move for the Mets. Just to have a guy coming off the bench, especially being that spark plug, going into extra innings, going deeper into innings. He could be a really good hot commodity coming off on the bench because we do know on how good of a bat he has. So I think that going into the 2025 season, I think he'll definitely gel well with the club, and especially with the new bodies that we got with Jose Siri now, Juan Soto. You still got Marte, because I know that, there's not a lot of chat on Marte because, of the injuries and whatnot of last year. But Marte is still good. So, I mean, there's a lot of depth going out in the outfield. But what's the depth in the infield? Jeff McNeil. What are we going to do with Jeff McNeil going in 25? I mean, he could be a good platoon player coming in and out with Ronnie Mauricio. I think we're going with the first base and third base situation. You're more than likely going to see an everyday Mark Vientos at first base at this point. And then you got your third base. Either they keep Brett Beatty or, they go out and really get a big bat in Alex Bregman. Bergman. I keep saying Bregman. So I do think that Bergman could make a really good addition there at the corner next to Mark Vientos, because Mark Vientos is definitely going to be your first baseman. So let's see on what he could do at first base. He's got good talent. He reminds me of Howard Johnson, Hojo, a little bit. So I mean, he's got that Hojo sort of batting style. And I really do feel that him going into 25, there's just a lot of excitement coming out of Mark Vientos, and spring training is right around the corner. So I do think that going into spring, it'll definitely make a really big difference for Mark Vientos. But maybe the pressure won't be so much on him to, be that rising star, because he did it last year, close to 40 home runs at best, in his first year in like a first full season with us. So I definitely think that is a good move overall. So they could really work with him being at first base. And then, of course, let's talk about the catching situation. You got Torrens. You got Alvarez. What are we going to see out of them? I think Francisco Alvarez could definitely rise and shine. Not only do I see him really excel it, I definitely do think that he could have a better comeback than what he had. I mean, we love the passion that we see out of him. We know what he could do. We know what he could bring to the club. So, I mean, could we see it going in 25? Definitely do. So I'm really planned on seeing what Francisco Alvarez could do going into the 2025 season. And then Torrens. Torrens has really good depth also as well. Not so much with his bat. I take him so much on his defense. I think his defense is pretty good. His bat, not so great. I think Francisco Alvarez has a better bat. Not so much, too much of the defense. I think he's got a lot to work with on the defense. But overall, I definitely do think that this team has potential to really go into the playoffs in 25. So hopefully we get to see some big news with that. So that is your latest Mets news. If you guys love our shows, tweet, like, subscribe. If you guys would like to have me answer your questions, we are going to be going live tomorrow. We're going to be going live tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you guys would like to come and join the conversation, please feel free to do so. We're going to have a special guest coming in next week. On Tuesday, we got a special guest that's going to be coming and chatting with me live. We're going to be talking Mets. We're not only that, but we're going to be talking sports. And also, to let you guys know, we got a brand new show coming into our lineup in 2025, which is the Amazing Alley Podcast. We got two great guests. We got Alex and we got Andrew. So we got Alex and Andrew. They're going to be chatting and talking New York Mets, and they will be on our They'll be on our podcast radio. They'll be doing our radio part on the social, on our social media platforms, and they're going to be talking all your Mets. They're going to be talking about our platform. And Alex is she's a great gal. You guys gotta really start to get to know her a little bit. She'll introduce herself coming onto the show. She probably gonna be coming in on our Thursday shows where hopefully she'll chat with me and we'll talk back and forth. And then my man, I mean, can't say nothing better than him. He's going to be coming into our show also as well, possibly here and there. But it's called the Amazing Alley Podcast. So it will be on our platform here at MetsXM FanZone. You can check out all the details on our website at MetsXMFanZone.org. It will be on there as well. So if you guys would like to check out the new podcast, and if you don't want to see me, you could probably go and listen to them. Their show will be running at night. Their show will be premiering at 9 p.m. So if you guys would like to listen to their show basically, they will be going after Mets. So after the Met games, they will be doing they will be doing the podcast on our platform at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They will be going on every game, and they'll be giving you guys the latest. They'll do the wrap-up show for us, and I really do feel the talent here is going to be really good. So you guys can go and check out the Amazing Alley Podcast. Guys, got to go and check it out. It will be on our platforms right here at the MetsXM FanZone platform. If you guys would like to get the spring training games, it is risk-free. It's free when you join our membership platform at MetsXMFanZone.org. We have all of the spring training games with no interruptions, no TV providers, no pop-ups, no annoying interruptions. You have no block restrictions, because that's the big key. The big key is that when you go onto a website, a lot of the times, nobody wants to go into the advertisements and clickbaiting all the time. It's annoying. People hate that shit. So our platform is completely unrisk. You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about who's watching you, and our website is VPN secured. We give you all of the latest of our shows. We give you the latest stories, and we give you your Mets live stream. So it will be on our platform. Now the two giveaways, we will be doing giveaways on our show this year. So stay tuned to that. We will be starting that in February. Games do start in February. I will be down in February. So if you guys would like to see our live podcast, we will be going down live. That will be a live show, and then we'll be doing a pre-recorded show for our later guests who miss our shows. Because a lot of you guys are saying, I want to see a pre-recorded show from earlier. So we are working on that. So if you guys would like to join us, please feel free to do so by going to MetsXMFanZone.org.